Hello everyone. In last class, we have learned how to measure the angles and types of angles, everything. Now let us learn perpendicular lines. What do you mean by perpendicular lines? When if two lines intersect with each other and form an angle of 90 degrees, then they must be perpendicular to each other. So now here you can see AB is one line and MN is one line. So now here AB and MN, they are intersecting at the point N. So where they are intersecting near the point N, so here exactly the 90 degrees will form. So that means right angle will form. So here you can see now MNB, this is a right angle. And here you also you can see MNA, this is also right angle. So like this, when the two lines intersect at the point, so where their right angle will form, then we can say both the lines are perpendicular to each other. So now I can say AB is perpendicular to MN. So this is about perpendicular lines. Next, let us learn perpendicular bisector. So now we have learned perpendicular lines. So and what do you mean by bisector? If a perpendicular divides another line into two equal parts, then it is said to be a perpendicular bisector of that line. See here, so when perpendicular line divides the another line, so that means here you can see AB and CD, there are two lines. And when this line, if it is making into two parts, two equal parts, so then you can say here bisector of that line. So here you can see this AB and CD. So AB is perpendicular to CD here where the 90 degrees will form. And now here this AB line, it is dividing into two equal parts. So then see here AD is one line and DB is one line. So here making two equal parts. So then this is, you can say CD is a bisector of AB line. Next is classification of triangles. So now before we have learned angles, now let us see classification of triangles. So triangle is a polygon with three sides. So you know that, so three-sided closed figure. So this is called triangle. So it is the polygon with the least number of sides. So this is the triangle, least number of sides. So that means three, with the three sides we can form a triangle. Every triangle is of different size and shape. So every triangle, so triangles are not the same, so it is having different shape and different size. We classify them on the basis of their sides and angles. So now here this triangles also same way, based on sides we can divide, and based on angles also we can divide. So now let us see these triangles based on sides. Okay, so these are the triangle based on sides. So based on sides we can divide into three types of triangles. So one is scalene triangle, and next is isosceles triangle, and third one is equilateral triangle. So let us see what do you mean by scalene triangle. If all the sides are different, then it is called scalene triangle. So now you can see the example of this triangle. So what you mean by scalene triangle means, in a triangle all the three sides will be different in the measurement. So here this measurement is different, this measurement is different, and this side measurement is different. So actually in the triangle there will be three sides, and all the three sides will be different, so that means unequal. So then the triangle is called scalene triangle. Next is isosceles triangle. So what do you mean by that? If two sides are equal, then it is called isosceles triangle. So that means in a triangle, so three sides, so in the three sides two sides should be equal, and the third one should be different. We, in a triangle where the two sides are equal, so that triangle is called isosceles triangle. See this, you can see the example. Next is equilateral triangle. What do you mean by equilateral triangle? If all the sides are equal, then it is called equilateral triangle. So in a triangle, all the three sides, if it is equal means all the three sides should be equal, then it is called equilateral triangle. So these are the triangles based on the sides. So based on the sides, we can divide the triangles into three types, that is scalene triangle, isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle. So these are the three. So now let us see based on angles also triangles. Three types. So that is acute angle triangle, right angle triangle, obtuse angle triangle. So let us see what do you mean by acute angle triangle. If all the angles are less than 90 degrees, then this is called acute angle. See here, you can see the image here. So where it will be lesser than 90 degrees, then it is called as acute angle triangle. So this is the example. Next, right angle triangle. If one of the angle is 90 degrees, then it is called the right angle triangle. So in a triangle, if one angle is 90 degrees, then it is called right angle triangle. Next is obtuse angle triangle. So if one of the angles of the triangle is obtuse angle, then it is called obtuse angle triangle. So that means here, so more than 90 degrees. If it is having more than 90 degrees in a triangle, then the triangle is called obtuse angle triangle. This is the example. So these are the triangles based on sides and based on angles. So next is quadrilateral. A polygon with four sides is called quadrilateral. So we know that quadri means only four. So which is having four sides, that is called quadrilateral. So like which the polygon is having four sides, so we get many images there. So now let us see what it is. See here, the first one is rectangle. See here, you can see the image in rectangle. So it has two pairs of equal opposite sides. Opposite sides are parallel. All the angles are right angle. So you know that this is a right angle, and in right angle opposite sides. So this side and this side. This one and this one. Opposite sides are equal. And here the same way opposite sides are parallel. And here in a rectangle, all the angles near all the four corners, what the angle will form, that is a right angle. So this is one type of quadrilateral. Next is square. So what do you mean by square? All the four sides are equal. Opposite sides are parallel. All the angles are the right angle. Same way here in a square, all the sides are equal. In this opposite sides are parallel, and same thing here also in a square, all the angles are right angles. Next is parallelogram. It has two pairs of parallel opposite sides. Square and rectangle are also parallelograms. So here you can see this one. So it will be having two opposite sides. So here these two and these two. So they will be having two pairs of parallel opposite sides. And square and rectangle also parallelograms. Next is rhombus. All the four sides are equal. Opposite sides are parallel. Opposite angles are equal. Diagonals intersect each other at the center and at 90 degrees. So this is the rhombus, and here what happens means all the four sides will be equal and opposite sides are parallel, and opposite angles also here. Opposite angles also will be equal, and here if you draw here diagonals, so they meet in one center and it will be having 90 degrees. This is about rhombus. Next is trapezium. One pair of opposite sides are parallel. So here in a trapezium, what will happen means opposite sides. So that means only one pair. Only one pair opposite sides will be parallel. So this is about quadrilaters and types. Next is polygons. So we have learned polygon is a polygon with four-sided figure is quadrilateral. First of all, you should know what do you mean by polygon. Any closed figure made up of three or more line segment is called polygon. So that means more than three or more than line. It should be three or more than that. Line segment is called polygon. We can classify the polygons on the basis of their sides and vertices. So here same thing, the polygons also basis on their sides and vertex. So we can classify the polygons. Let us see now. See here number of sides and name of polygon and images. See here number of sides 3. So already we have learned. So where the three-sided figure is called triangle, and this is the example. 4. So where the four sides will be, so that is called quadrilateral. So you can take the example square, rectangle, rhombus or anything. This is the example for quadrilateral. Next is 5 sides. So where the 5 sides will be, that diagram is called pentagon. And here you can see 5 sides are there. This is the example for pentagon. Next is where the 6 sides will be, that is called hexagon. See here, this is the example. And where the 7 sides will be, that is called heptagon. 7 sides. And where the 8 sides will be having, so that is called octagon. So in this diagram, 8 sides will be. And where the 9 sides will be, that is called nanogon. And where the 10 sides will be, that is called decagon. And where the n, so that means number of sides, n-gon. Okay, so normally here we learn in this class about triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, octagon. Only these 5 we are going to learn in this. So this is the type of polygons based on their sides. So next is 3-dimensional shapes. So that means this is simply, you can say, 3D shapes. The solid shapes having 3 dimensions are called 3D shapes. The solid shapes which are having only the 3 dimensions, that is called 3D shapes. See now here, cone. So this is a solid shape, and this is for cone. Best example you can say ice cream, which you like to eat. So that is ice cream cone. And cube. So for this, just you can say like cube. What is the shape of cube means? When you play dice, when you play like Ludo or Snake and Ladder, so you will get the dice. No, that is the best example. Or black also example for the cube. Cuboid. So you can say matchbox, or you can take your which will be having like a thicker textbook. So that is also example for cuboid. Next is cylinder. So here glass, which you use to drink juice or cold drinks. So that is example for cylinder. Next is sphere. For sphere, it is best example is ball. Next is pyramid. See here. This is the shape of pyramid. Okay, so these are the solid 3D shapes. Next is, so let us learn in a cube or cuboid how many faces, edges, vertex are there. Okay, all the flat surface of the solid shapes are called the faces of the figure. The line segment where two faces meet with each other is called edge. The point where the two edges meet with each other is called vertex. See here, this is the cuboid. Okay, so here you can say where the flat face surface will be, this is called face. Okay, and here where the two line segments, so here you can see this and this, where the two line segments will meet, so this is called edge. And what you can say vertex means the corner, you can say the vertex. So in this diagram you can say face, edge and vertex. See next, see, let us see and how many faces, how many edges, vertices a figures will be having. So first one you see cube. So serial number, 3D shape, name of the shape and the example. And here you can see how many faces it is having, how many edges it is having, how many vertices it is having. So now you say, take the first one as a cube. And this is the example for cube. So a cube has 6 faces, 12 edges and 8 vertices. Same way you can say cuboid. So cuboid also is having 6 faces, 12 edges, 8 vertices. Vertex means one. More than one vertex means that is called in plural form vertices. Next you see third one cone. This is the cone and it will be having 2 faces, 1 edge and only 1 vertex. Next is sphere. So sphere, it is a round shape and it will be having only 1 face and 1 edge and there will be no vertex of this. Next is cylinder. So a cylinder is having 3 faces, 2 edges and there will be no vertex. So this is about faces, edges and vertex of the 3D shapes. Next is the square based pyramid. So this is the square based pyramid and it is having 6 faces, 8 edges and 5 vertices. Next is triangular prism. So here triangular prism means you can see in the front here it is a triangle shape. So this is called triangular prism. Same thing here, like a square base means here you can see like in form of square. So this is called square based pyramid. The triangular prism is having 5 faces, 9 edges and 6 vertices. Next is rectangular prism. So it is having 6 faces, 12 edges and 8 vertices. So this is all about we have learned in this chapter. I hope you all understood. Thank you.